there, this is Dr. Nicola. I wanted to talk a little bit about something that actually comes up pretty frequently when people are sitting quietly in my office and talking in a heartfelt, vulnerable space, and that's this idea of perfectionism. And it actually afflicts a lot more of us than we might realize. And what happens is it creates a tremendous amount of pressure inside of ourselves, and such that we're constantly questioning or doubting or criticizing our own efforts, and that it's not good enough, or that we didn't do enough to make X, Y, or Z happen. And then that pressure, what I see is it translates externally to a couple of things. One is certainly a huge perception of stress, no matter how hard we're working. Another thing that I see is that it actually creates a lot of physical and mental anxiety, so constant worries, insomnia, just always kind of feeling on edge, waking up with a sense of dread. And then with that comes a sense of overwhelm, that just simply getting up in the morning or looking at the tasks that we have to do today creates this feeling of like, I can't even begin to make a dent in this, and so I'm feeling overwhelmed. So those resources that might be typically available to us aren't, because we're already in this headspace of overwhelm and perfectionism. And so my advice to people who are working with this, and certainly myself as well, I definitely have been creating a new relationship between my higher knowing and that part of me that knows exactly who I am and what I want, and that part of me who tends to be perfectionist. And what I notice is that in myself, that not only does that create pressure inside of me, but it creates pressure on my external systems as well. So pressure on my relationships, pressure on my community to show up in a certain way, pressure on my kiddo to be something that maybe he is or isn't in that moment. So just kind of looking at all the different places where it comes up. So the advice that I offer to people that are working with this is that, how do we slow down and actually listen to that perfectionist voice? What would happen if we gave he or she some space to simply ask, hey, what's really the intention behind this perfectionism? What are we trying to accomplish here? And more often than not, people say, wow, my perfectionist is actually trying to keep me safe, or trying to create the best possible life for me, or make sure that I have every opportunity. It's actually pretty cool what the intention of that critical perfectionist is. And so, or they're afraid. I'm afraid that I'm not enough. I'm afraid I'm going to be alone. I'm afraid that I'm not deserving. And so if that's really different to be with fear or worry than being with pounding criticism or pressured approaches. So if you can kind of slow down and actually make some space for that perfectionist voice, find out what the true intention is underneath, and then work with that and just be with that, and show up with a ton of love and compassion. You don't have to fix it or do anything for them, but show up and really just hold space for whatever that underlying hurt is, and then see what happens to that perfectionist part. We don't have to make him or her wrong for being the way that she is or he is, but if we can create some space, sometimes that can simply just let go, and all of a sudden you'll actually feel in your body more peace and ease as you create more space for what's really your truth, which is you deserve this amazing life that's full of incredible opportunities and amazing relationships. So that's my offering for today. Let me know how it goes. It's nice connecting with you, and again, my name is Dr. Nicola. Look forward to connecting with you soon. Bye-bye.